Hello, everybody.
How do you kind of assess a game where you've had multiple weeks of doing it really well and then one battle like that? You just kind of throw it out?
Yeah, I mean, well, you don't necessarily throw everything out, but you grab the plays that need to be obviously corrected with the unit, and then you move on and you get on to the next one. Obviously, it's a far outline for where we've been going and where we've been, the direction the defense has been going. So you try to get on, make the corrections, move past, and get ready for the next opponent, obviously, with Washington.
Tackling, I guess, kind of seemed to be an issue. Kind of as the game wore on a little bit. I mean, what do you point toward that as why that would happen?
I mean, just, leveraging the football, guys trying to create takeaways and going after the ball as opposed to getting the player on the ground. Things like that where you can be better at. Most important thing is get the guy on the ground so you can go play again, and just be timely and be smart about when you're actually going for the ball when you have multiple players for the football.
Derick Hall seemed to have a pretty good game before he was dealing with his shoulder. What was it about the way that he played or what he showed you on Sunday?
Each game that's coming, he's played in the last three, he started to play faster and faster, more confidently. So I just want to see him continue to take those steps in the right direction, just being more physical to point of contact and getting off of blocks faster. So just continue to see his development, but he's definitely been showing up more.
Is there one particular pass rush move that Boye has significantly improved on this year?
Yeah, his cross chop. Last year he kind of did a lot of different things and was trying to find his place and get comfortable, but just working his cross chop with his inside arm, and I don't want to get into the whole details, but a cross chop in the club is really what he's used, and that's when has been his primary move. And I'm looking forward to seeing him mixing his counters and things like that because he has that readily available when the time comes, but cross chop has really been his move this year.
Picture Cliff Averill when you say that.
Very similar, yes.
Yeah.
The sack against Cleveland, is that how he got?
No, that one he took, that was side scissors, counter side scissors back inside. That's how he got his sack on Cleveland. He came back underneath on that one.
I asked Shane kind of the same question on offense, defensive-wise, regarding all 11 players winning the individual battles and then coming together as a team. How important is it in a bounce-back game for that to happen?
Very important. Obviously you want to get back on track when you put the other one behind you, but guys, everyone collectively playing as a unit. And yes, I mean, whether you're playing the run game, guys got to strike blocks and win their one-on-one matchups. If you get into coverage situations, it's the same thing. Guys got to be sticky and win their one-on-ones there and win one-on-ones in pass rush. So all of it collectively matching together, meshing together, we have to get back on track with that for sure.
What's the danger of a young quarterback who clearly has a big arm, but also isn't afraid to take shots, right? He hasn't seen enough football to know maybe what he shouldn't try downfield.
Yeah, he's a competitive guy and plays with a lot of moxie, a lot of confidence, as he should. He's a talented kid, and he has talented players around him. So in watching him play, you can see why their players, his teammates think a lot of him. He brings a lot to the game with his competitive nature. He can make the throws, athletic guy that can extend plays and get out of the pocket too. So he's done a really nice job. We have a lot of respect for him.
What did you think of Leonard Williams and then sort of how the line was coming together? Or kind of the line that you went with him on Sunday?
Really smart football player, good communicator too. So obviously coming in, he really adapted and jumped into things like really, really well. The guys really got on with him good, and it kind of was a really good mesh. Usually the last thing that kind of comes along with that is this pass rush and guys rushing off of each other and kind of getting a feel for how guys, rush one-on-one or rush in D-line games. So that'll continue to get better each day, each week.
Did Jordan show up this year as a better blitzer?
He's always been an explosive guy in the blitz, just a violent rusher. I think he's, in all aspects of his game, he's gotten better.
When you get a rusher out of college, like even a high-round guy, do they typically have like a big repertoire of moves that are refined, or do they have to refine those in the NFL?
Depends on where they come from. There's a lot of the guys, if they come from Ohio State, Larry Johnson's been one of the best D-line coaches in the country, NFL or college football for decades. So generally you get a Ohio State guy, they're well advanced when they come in. And a couple other guys obviously coming from the college level. But for the most part, yeah, a lot of those guys need some tutelage and some refining when they get in to really put the skills, the mastery with their hands and rush angles and things like that, and understand the protections and when the slide's coming to me where I can get an overset from the tackle, or when the protection's away, so I got a better chance of working up and under and set up my counters for later in the game. All those things, those take time. So for a young kid, that's why you see the big jumps like Mafe did, where I got 3 sacks my rookie year, because this is all new and foreign to me. Where now this year he can be well into a double-digit sack season. So it's just learning. It doesn't always work and happen that fast, but the kid's got great work ethic and he's really put the time in on his game.
Did
Did you learn anything about Leonard Williams that maybe you didn't know that you could use him in a certain way?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things because they didn't know anything about him personally coming in or his knowledge in terms of like football understanding, but just understanding how the fundamental part of him is really, really, really good. Pad level hand, especially for a guy that tall, plays with outstanding leverage. Can understand the calls that's made on the O-line where he knows kind of where certain plays are going. And then obviously in the pass rush aspect of it, his ability to get on page with Jaron and Dre, it was really good early on. So he'll just continue to grow and come along with the group. So he was impressive, did a lot of good things. He'll be even better going forward.
Big picture, not just the Ravens game, what have you done in the third down?
The last few weeks going into Baltimore was improvement. Starting to go in the direction we wanted. Took a little step back with a lot of things, obviously, in that game. But it's coming along, with the rush and obviously the coverage stuff and the guys being on the same accord. We'll continue to get better in that area.
All right, anything else?
Am I good?
Thank you.
All right, you guys take care. Thank you.